Hello and good morning to everyone except for those that can order chicken palmies off the pub menu. You know who you are. Hello, this is Top Rock and this is the Saturday to Trolley Dash. I'm Francis and this is Top Rock, Africa's oldest and most reputable wholesaler of minerals and fossils. It's going to be a dash because we have a hot date with a haka. So, if it's your first time here, welcome. Happy days. Take the time to read Cora's little short story down in the description beneath. For those who are late to the party, everyone in the West, please take the time to also see the pinned comment of all the flats that have already been claimed, so you know what is available and what isn't available. The only notable thing to mention is that because we're a wholesaler in Africa, we require a minimum order or a minimum shipment of 10 kilograms. You don't have to do it all at the same time. You're welcome to stockpile. Right, without further ado, let's see what Saturday Shiny has for us. First up, we got some polished malachite freeforms from Kasompi in the Congo. These pretty little shiny green lumps of loveliness. They weigh almost 1 kilogram. They're rated as very good to A grade. They are really nice. Some of them are only properly polished on one side, so I think this one here, that's a bit of a rough polish. Other than that, very good to A grade. Beautiful flower patterns, a bit of a winner. This is going to cost $38 for the 6. That's flat 928. Next up, we've got some rough cobbed stichtite. That's stichtite. That's the nice little lilac purple webbing on the serpentine matrix. This is from Barberton in the Lowveld here in South Africa. One of very few places in the world that produces stichtite, or you might know it as Atlantisite. 6 cob pieces. They are rated as very good to A grade. They weigh 1.91 kilograms, and he's saying that this is not an exceptionally heavy material. It is kind of porous and nice and soft. So if you are starting out in the lapidary adventures, then happy days. These are certainly going to help you. They're only going to cost $31. That is flat $8.30. Up next, we've got some Malagasy quartz clusters, and they are partly polished. Oh, it's that time of the day again. Yes, you can believe it. The hardy dars convene. What? It must be 7:45. Sigh. Okay, well, back to the red hematoid. There's partly polished, beautiful window quartz there, one cluster, and then a large crystal, kind of smoky. Look at that beautiful veil right there in the middle with a lot of secondary third growths over the top. It's a beaut. It is also, like the previous one, polished on the windows. Ooh, this is nice. Does it stand? Well, it kind of does. That's very nice. Very, very nice. Oopsie. There we go. Beautiful cluster here. You've got lots of little side smokies competing for your attention. It's a beaut. It weighs 2.32 kilograms. That's for 3 of them. Rated all is very good. It's only $38. That's flat 794. I'll do some spirit quartz or amethyst from Bukanotuk. Look at these beautiful little fairy quartz clusters. Nice light lilac. Beautiful tips. Beautiful crystallization. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Nice base is flat. That'll stand nicely. These are rated as very good to A grade. Probably the runt here. Also a very good specimen, this one. But lighter than the others, but you've got unfortunate little break over there. Other than that, it's an absolutely magic little flat. It's going to cost all of $55. That is for flat 777. Lucky 777. My lucky numbers. Right, on to some of the fresh batch of Mndingi Mine ball malachite. This one, if you haven't seen it before, has got the most beautiful addition of these small, little, spiky, delicate, silky malachites laying in to a beautiful contrasting background of limonite. That is very pretty. There's two of these, both with beautiful limonite and both with that little threads of silky malachite. There's that beautiful ball malachite, that green chatoyancy really catching the eye. They weigh just short of 1 kilogram, rated as very good to A grade. They're going to cost $54. That is flat FO2. Onto some bastite or dragon bloodstone. This is from Messina, up there north in South Africa, bordering almost on Zimbabwe. Baitbridge, Messina, thereabouts. It's beautiful, highly rare piemontite in a epidote matrix. A lot of epidote comes from Messina. It's one of those places you could just walk around and pick up unicite, for example. Two extremely nice little bastite, all dragon bloodstone points, rated good to A grade. They weigh 1.42 kilograms. They're going to cost $49. That is flat 861. On to Northern Africa. It's Congo, Luwena specifically. We got 6 clusters here. These are rated as good, which this one is. Unfortunately, you can see that little chip there at the top. But being Luwena, nothing comes out totally unscathed. There are 6 clusters in this, smoky clusters with the beautiful clean windows. There's those white phantoms beneath the windows. Lovely side crystals. This one's gorgeous. Oh, that's a biggie. Oh, that's nice. Does it stand? With a bit of prompting, not too much, it would. Is a beautiful cluster. That is definitely the A-grade fella in the flat. Oh, this one's as well. Right. 1.59 kilograms. These are going to cost $47. That's for flat 860. Onto some purpurite. This is from Irongo. We mine it ourselves. Nice, beautiful manganese purple. It's a nice shiny. Used to be, well, originally found in, what is that? That's just mica. Found in Canada, where it was confused, or not confused, but mistaken for cobalt bloom. So for a while, until they dissected it and tested it, it remained cobalt bloom. But there we go. Purpurite from probably the only commercial mine in the world. We get, these beauties. They are $42, rated as good to A grade, weighing slightly more than 2 kilograms. $42 for flat 835. Next up, we got some nice Malagasy rhodonite spheres. These are rated very good to A grade. They weigh 1.49 kilograms, and it's a beautiful, nice rouge color. Lovely polish as well. They're going to cost $48. That's for 3 rhodonite spheres, flat 831. Then, onto some reasonably large Shiretsi amethyst. Shiretsi, a little village or hamlet about 200 kilometers north of Messina, or the Baitbridge border, into Zimbabwe. These weigh 710 grams, rated good, very good at best. So they aren't the best, but I tell you what, that is massive. So Shiretsi does not come out in sizes this large unless you're very lucky. And if you are going to be paying a lot of money. Becoming extremely popular, almost in some extent surpassing the popularity of Brandberg. very much of a collector's item. These 12 are going to cost $47. They are, well, that's flat 21. Next up, we got a flat of mix. Here's a bit of Congolese ball malachite. This is from Lakasi, not Mendingi, as we've shown before. It's a nice large, quite a bit of massive there, but a bit of dolomite. And then you got that beautiful juicy coated ball malachite in the crevices. And it's partnered by a large, nice fibrous germinated black tourmaline shoal specimen with lots of vermiculite. This will be from Irongo. These are rated as very good. They weigh 1.21 kilograms. They're going to cost $53. This is flat 240. On to some more Congolese magic, and we have got some Malacola. This is Chrysocolla, that beautiful light blue on top of malachite. See those nice botryoidal malachite formations, contrasted by the beautiful heterogenite in the back. These three weigh 1.33 kilograms. This one's nice and thin. It's very nice. See, this I think was exposed to a little bit more heat wherever it was in the deposit, because the Chrysocolla is almost starting to solidify. Right, these three weighing 1.33 kgs, they're going to cost $55. This is flat F05. Onto some azurite tumbles or freeforms. The R70 Congolese azurite. Little specimens, little polished boys. That's a nice dark blue azurite with malachite keeping the balance. They are rated as very good. Oh, that is such a nice blue. Look at that. Somebody's coined phrase it here at work. The Van Gogh stone. For, well, can't say I know much of Van Gogh, but this does elicit images of, well, I don't know, stones without ears, which is quite ordinary, I think. This flat here is going to cost $44. That's for 70 azurite tumbles, azurite malacola, malachite. Flat F08. Nice. On to some good 2A grade. These are all rose quartz standing freeforms. This will be a goody one. Oh no, that's nice and jammy. Just checking there. It's not so much, it's not a chip. Okay, so that's just a natural line there. It's not been broken. We'll be surprised if it hasn't been touched with filler. But that's a very nice flat. That's 6 rose quartz standing freeforms, $47, flat 18. On to some leopard stone from Zimbabwe. There are 6 of these, weighing 1.29 kilograms. They are palm stones for big people. Or you might just call them galets. Rated as a very good 2A grade. This leopard stone. That is not a break either. These 6 little leopard stone palms for giants, they're going to cost $34. That is flat 39. Onto some Malagasy petrified woodlands. These are beautiful. There's 2 of them weighing 1.44 kilograms. Both of these are rated as A grade. See that beautiful rough wood texture on the outside. And then this one's got a nice fair amount of nickel adding to that little green staining in the middle of the wood. Go. quite a lot around the side as well. You can see where the nickel ebbed and crystallized into the wood. Beautiful A-grade petrified wood. These are going to cost, well, $29. That's nice. Flat 49. Onto clear quartz galleys. These Malagasy perfections, they are rated as good to A-grade. That one's a beauty. This one's slightly more smoky. But they are crystal clear. I can't see the good one only. I suppose this would be the good one only. But there. Can't really say that's a chip. It's just a natural fracture. For the majority part of the time, these look to be very good to A-grade quality. That's a very nice flat of clear quartz galleys. They weigh all of 1.37 kilograms. They're going to cost $40. That's for 12 flat 248. Then ball malachite. This is from the Meningi mine. We've got 6 small specimens. There's that beautiful ball malachite resting on top of a nice clear druzy. There's more clear druzy with, I can call that ball malachite, subtle hints of malachite, the Meningi mine. A beautiful specimen though. You can see the quartz druzy growing inside the little crevices. 6 beautiful, established limonite in between the druzy there. That's a beauty. Quite a bit of heterogenite. And then the druzy started giving way to properly incorporate probably goethite. Maybe that's heterogenite and that's, or maybe they're both goethite. Nice bit of iron there. You can see the rouge creeping into the crystal. Always pretty. Oh, and this is as pretty, man. The colors are just beautiful. That limonite in the druzy and then the green of the malachite. Very nice. Nature playing with a nice brush. They weigh 940 grams. They're going to cost $60. That is flat F09. And on to some Mumbwa. Mumbwa is a small little town in the north part of Zambia. They bring us jacaranda amethyst. If you didn't know, the jacaranda tree, well, it's a beautiful large tree imported to Africa from Brazil. So many good things come from Brazil. And they brought us a flower or tree bearing flowers exactly the same color as these beautiful amethyst points. These are not polished, which makes this quite, well, hard to tell. No, these have been polished. This one can't, no. Hard to tell. Mumbwa doesn't ordinarily, look, it does sometimes come out as clean as this. No, this hasn't been polished. This is natural. And that is beautiful. That is quite spectacular. As far as clarity is concerned, the Mumbwa, all 12 of these little points weigh 1.8 kilograms. They're going to cost $44. That is flat 969. Righto, this is a spectacular flat of Brandberg. I don't know where it's been hiding. 2 clusters or 2 geodes. This geode here harboring 3 beautiful smoky crystals, classic window quartz from Brandberg, and then that subtle blue hints in the druzy surrounding the crystals. I don't know, to be honest, what the blue is. I don't think it'll, no, it's not, it won't be lithium and it won't be zinc. But please, some suggestions, that would be marvelous. The other one's rather special. We've got less smoky, but more small, a plethora of beautiful, well-formed, super clear little amethyst crystals in amongst, that's prehnite. So this is quite special. That is a large, oh, look at that crystal there, man. That is beautiful. Brandberg amethyst with prehnite in the mix. Great combination. This flat weighs 1.57 kilograms, rated as very good. It's going to cost $84. That's a bargain for these two. Flat 284. Onto a beautiful amethyst standing freeform from Madagascar. This beauty here weighs 2.78 kilograms. It's only rated as good to very good, so it stands to reason it's going to come in pretty cheaply. And it does. 2.78 kilos, but a limonite there, and just to break the relief of the purple amethyst, this is only going to be $55. That is for flat 836. Next up, some botryoidal malachite from Mningi. Yes, that is, I don't want to say ball malachite. This is very much botryoidal. I suppose the balls have tended to grow into each other. There's some beautiful native copper in the druzy over there. That's beautiful. It's a large one. Look at these beautiful, clean crystals beneath the malachite in that copper oxidation zone. It's a beauty. It weighs 1.58 kilograms. It's going to cost $91 for flat F11. Next up, we've got a large, beautiful rose quartz bowl. This is 10.5 kilograms worth of rose quartz. It's rated as very good to A grade. Weighing, let's see, it is rather thick. I'll have to. It's got a line of, it's got a couple of, it's not got very many lines in it. It's proper solid. This one blemish there, that's just a natural fault with a bit of limonite veil that caused that. There you can see that limonite creeping into the rose quartz. This large fella is going to be $234. This rose quartz bowl, flat 903. Last on the first table, trolley, we have an absolutely stunning polished blue lace standing freeform. This is from Sanje, little town, village next to a Shire River in the southern provinces of Malawi. Beautiful blue lace resembling the sky and the beautiful waters of Lake Malawi. It's a beauty. It's going to be $70, weighs 1.55 kilograms, and that's for flat 713. Very nice, very nice. And as the sun creeps beneath, showing some face behind those clouds, we got some light on some Madagascar smoky quartz clusters. There are 12 clusters. Let's get that zoom going in a little bit. Happy days. 2.21 kilograms for 12 clusters. They are rated as very good. Typical Malagasy clusters. What quartz? Geez, we battle to find any natural rough specimens coming out of Madagascar simply because they do tend to produce and polish their goods, which we're quite happy about. It's one way of keeping mineral wealth within the country, as opposed to shipping it all off into large containers and being processed in other countries. That is one aspect of ethical sourcing, allowing a country to produce and manufacture or just work their own minerals. 2.21 kilograms of Malagasy quartz cluster. Nice. That is beautiful. These are going to cost $44. That is flat 310. Onto some absolutely beautiful dioptase, two dioptase specimens. You've got some nice malachite as well. There's look at those beautiful dioptase crystals right there in the middle. It's a beautiful specimen. Two of these weighing slightly more than 1 kilogram. And these are very nice. A bit of scuffing around the side, but beautiful crystals on the inside. And then topped by some malachite after azurite pseudomorph. That's that blade structure there. Very special, very nice. These are going to cost $162. That is flat FO12. Onto some Selrose or Cabalcian dolomite. There are 12 specimens in this flat weighing 1.73 kilograms. And look at those dolomite crystals, beautiful there. Here we got some white planchite on top of the Salros. I looked at these earlier. They're rated as, what are these rated as? They're rated as good to very good, which in itself is not amazing, but I tell you what, something did catch my eye, and it's this little speck here. I have not seen that before. We've got the Salros, beautiful crystallization, and then the dolomite is blue right there in the mix. That, not arsenic about this, we suspect is zinc. So some zinc bearing dolomite in amongst the cobalt bearing dolomite. Now, geez, if there's like one like that, I imagine there must be more, so I am kind of holding my breath to see more of these. This flight's going to cost $50. That's for 12 good to very good Salros specimens, flat 755. Then onto some Sashi River red agate. There are 6 free forms, polished all the way around. Very beautiful. These are, some of you might know this also as Botswana agate. I see there's quite a few names for them, but they are from the Sashi River, which is the boundary or border between Zimbabwe and Botswana. That's nice, man. That is very nice. More often than not, we have quite a bit of the, sure, look at the translucency in this beastie. Yum, 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 yum. More often than not, we only get one side polished nodules, so quite lacquer to see more larger polished freeforms. Okay, that's pretty shit, but still beautiful, but not quite Sashi River red. It's pretty, it's a bit more like a mottled leopard agate. Rated as very good to A grade. These 6 polished freeforms are going to cost $31. $31, that's cheap, man. That's slightly more than $5 for a large freeform, flat 754. Onto some polished agate hearts. This is Malagasy. These are rated as all very good, weighing 1.58 kgs. Look at these beautiful patterns. Nice translucency just beneath the surface. Oh, mate, look at that. Tell me that isn't sexy. That is superb. That's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful patterns and subtle. 4 hearts. Hello. Nice little bug there. Subtle hints of cornelian creeping into the agate. What are those patterns all about? That's nice. 4 beautiful agate hearts from Madagascar. They're going to cost $44. That's $11 for a heart, flat 277. Then from Luena, we had a flat of 6 before, but now we've got a flat of 2. These are rated very good to A grade. And you can see the nice clarity there. There's beautiful white phantoms just hiding away beneath clear windows. Beautiful clarity there. Does it stand? Yeah, it does. Do you stand? Yeah, they both stand. Happy days. 2 standing natural Luena quartz clusters. These are going to cost $43. That's flat 492. Up next, we got a large barite specimen from Tenkafungarama, Congo. These heavy little barite intense radiation protecting specimens. This one is 2.42 kilograms with beautifully well formed blades and crystals. I love the bottoms of barite. Ooh, you can quote me on that. I love the bottoms of barite. Maybe I should put it on my Twitter profile. I have a pushy lawnmower and I love the bottoms of barite. little bit, maybe chloride, maybe malachite over there on that one. It's a beauty. It's rated as very good. It's going to cost $47. That's flat 516. Lekker. Onto some sugar amethyst from Solwezi. A stone's throw away from Mumbwa that we had earlier. That Mumbwa sort of jacaranda quartz. 40 kilometers away in Solwezi, we get this beautiful sugar amethyst. That's all that nice white crystallization around the cluster, and then just sneakily and subtly showing off a little bit of amethyst in the windows. These are rated as good to very good. That one's pretty badly chipped, which means that they should be very cheap. Nice, man. That's beaut. $36 for 6 of these. That's $6 a piece. That is flat 524. Tolerai from Torashanga. The originality of mineral naming is always something to behold. These beautiful, it's a bit of a, I always get confused. Is it chrome? I think it's a chrome chalcedony. Polished only on one side. Nice formations though. I like that. Give me a bit of rough, mate. Rated as very good. These are 3 shields. I want to call them shields. They weigh 1.1 kilograms. They're going to cost all of $44. That's flat 523. On to 6 malacolas. These are from Kakanda in Congo. They are rated as very good to A. A chrysocolla on top of the malachite. Here we got some of these. Oh, that's a nice thin one. That's great. Yeah, that's a fabulous little specimen. Weighing 1.39 kilos. These 6. Nice. Got their pteridonite beneath the malachite. That's beaut. Nice, well established botryoidal malachite beneath there. It's almost like a dessert sauce dripping over the dolomite. Nice. Very nice. This flat's going to cost all of $59. That's for 6 malacolas. Flat F15. Mindingi mine, more of it because we can. This is 865 grams for 2 specimens. All that beautiful ball malachite nestled on a sea of nice clean druzy. A little bit of limonite on the druzy as well there. But how is this? Where's the sun when I need it? You can see there's a bit of an odd one. The balls have got, it's almost like UFO wings, like they've little ridges that have grown out from the spheres. They exhibit an absolutely stunning chatoyancy. This is a beautiful specimen, all that limonite in the quartz and the druzy, and then there's those very special, delicate little spiky, silky malachite crystals. That is absolutely breathtaking. These 2 are going to cost a meager $51. Nice, very nice. That's flat F18. Next up, we got a standing metocolite freeform. That is essentially a whole lot of mica and then probably chrome infused mica. Some call it clinicore. Some have tried to call it chemicite. We don't really know as of yet what it is. It's rated as good grade only. And this one's going to cost $42, and that is flat 656. Onto some black tourmaline shrill and a whole lot of vermiculite. This flat weighs 1.4 kilograms. Here, oh, look at this beautiful, delicate, spiky black tourmaline on top of a feldspar habit. That's very nice. There are 35 of these. They're all rated as very good grade. always does well to just look a little bit deeper into the black tourmaline. In Erongo, I don't know if the same is true for the rest of the world, but mining in Erongo, you find black tourmaline. That's pretty much your recourse, your first recourse. If you find a black tourmaline, you will find geodes. You will find, it's basically a little bird that sings and calls the miners' names, because that's where the magic is. This flat of black tourmaline, or 35 of them, is going to cost $31. That's flat 60. Not far away from, well, it still is Erongo. This is Spitskoppen, some watermelon fluorite. Cobbed pieces, there are 35 of them. This weighs 2.52 kilograms. There's some nice blue fluorite in there as well. Nice purple, green, blue watermelon. Americans call this something else. It's not watermelon. It is another colourful name for multicolored fluorite. This is rated as good to A grade. It's going to cost $65. That's flat 142. Next up, Mendingi Mine. But Mendingi Mine with Nyami Extra. There's that silky malachite, those little delicate silky crystals from before, but they are quite more dense, creating almost like a velvety mat, like this one. It's absolutely delicious. In addition to those spheres of malachite on the top, 7 specimens in this flat. There's a bit of, well, I'm going to say it's goethite because of the limonite as well in the presence. 7 of them. There we go. More quartz crystallization. 820 grams for this flat. It's going to cost $53 for 7. That's flat F22. Next up, we from Talia in Madagascar. We got a rarity amongst rarities, and that's purple flash labradorite, where the essence is a bit more purple and the royalty shines through. These 2 standing free forms are rated as very good to A grade. There's that beautiful purple flash, lovely essence. Very nice, 1.39 kilograms. These 2 are going to cost $44. That is flat 844. Then from Priska in the northern Cape of Southern Africa, we've got some beautiful A-grade only tiger eye. It's not just tiger eye, there's quite a few here with a lot of hematite. There's huge, nice thick bands or veins of hematite running through the crystalline asbestos. Because essentially that is what it is. Look at those beautiful Chatoensi. I love tiger eye. I do believe that South Africa has pretty much the monopoly on the best tiger eye in the world. There is some deposits in Australia and some small deposits in Brazil. But if you're in the hunt for some brown, silvery Chatoyan magic, then Priska is the place to look for it. 2.1 kilograms. These 12 free forms are going to cost $49. That's flat 783. We had some rough before, but here we got some polished. And these are free forms only. Polished stichtite on serpentine, or polished atlantisite. You can stand them anyway, or even roll them back and forth. But they are just free forms. They are absolutely gorgeous. All 4 of these are rated as A grade. Easy to see why. They are beautiful. Weighing all of 1.26 kilograms. 4 of these A grade stichtites are going to cost $62. That's flat 161. Next up, we got some hemimorphite. This is the famous Laputu mine hemimorphite, properly with a beautiful imperfection of oxidized copper, giving it that beautiful light baby blue color. Zinc and lead makes these heavy, and that's how we know it's a sign. These are probably the two largest specimens that we recently got. Look at that beautiful, almost waxy nature. That is a thick layer of hemimorphite. They are gorgeous, they are rare, and they are expensive. These two, weighing 855 grams, are going to cost $127. That's actually not that expensive. $127 for two large hemimorphites, flat F 25. From one heavy to another heavy, it's a celestite. The strontium sulfate here weighs all of 6 kilograms exactly. It is a smiling geode of sorts with beautiful. There's no scuff marks on these, no breaks, no cracks. That's why it's very good to A grade. The outside, yes, there's more celestite on the other side. Let's just pick this up. And, from this side, it looks like a half moon of blue celestite. This from Sakahoni in Madagascar, the capital of celestite in the world. This is going to cost all of $145. That's for 6 kilograms of Sakahoni specials, flat 827. Up next is quite a special little flat. It's 2 Angolan smoky quartz, and it's almost, put my neck in a block and say, celestite is very, not celestite, citrine. It is definitely a smoky, but the orange definitely is trying to keep and creep out of there. Partly polished. This beautiful piece here, you can see there's a lot of self-healing going on, a lot of secondary crystal growth there as well. It is stunning, man. As far as Angolan quartz is concerned, this is quite special. And it stands. Comes with a little friend, also partly polished. They weigh all of 1.61 kilograms. That's for the two standing, partly polished quartz points from Angola. $40 for flat 780. That's 780, by the way. Next up, Mindigimai, my God. Curb your surprise. It is another beautiful specimen. This is, there's all that beautiful, where to start? There's the beautiful limonite. There's beautiful little malachite, silky malachite crystals, and then all those beautiful little ball malachites flowing over the side of the specimen. And there's more limonite on the side. This is a beautiful specimen. Let's just have a look. I don't know if we put it this way, which way is the right way up? But have a look at those little silky crystals, man. It's beautiful. 675 grams. This specimen is going to cost all of $52. That is flat F27. Onto a large Malagasy orange twist calcite sphere. The sphere weighs 3.16 kilograms, and the sunrise just highlights that beautiful. Great timing here by the sun to come comfort the celestite. What have I got? Celestite calcite in my hands. That is it's a beaut. It's rated as very good. This is pretty much the, let's say probably if we made that the base, then the rest of it is pretty smarty pants. Very good orange calcite sphere. It's a biggie, more than 3 kilograms. It's going to cost $71. That's flat 457. And the last shiny for the Saturday morning is a 3.53, very good rated jacaranda amethyst. And what I said before, yeah, the clarity on this amethyst is absolutely something to behold. It's beautiful and clean. There's a couple of chips over there, and there's one break over there. Other than that, it is a beautiful geode. Zambian amethyst at its best. That geode's going to cost all of $69. Just for another look at that crystal there. Those are awesome. Flat 86. Right, yeah, guys, happy days. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all have an absolutely splendid weekend, and I'll tell you all about the haka later. Bye.